author of several books, including What You Really Need to Lead, The Power of Thinking, Acting Like an Owner, professor of management practice at Harvard Business School. And is the author
Texas population has gone from 22.5 million 10 years ago on its way to 29, and our own research in conjunction with McKinsey and others is in the next 20 years, Texas may well get to in the neighborhood of 40 million people. Now, just to put, yes, and to put this in context, our big concern about many states and the United States generally is aging population and slowing population growth. Most valuable thing I've learned a city or a state or a country can have is population and growing population, which translates into a growing workforce. Texas has that, not as much because of organic growth, but a lot of it is migration, and that migration continues. There are many states in this country that I think population over the next 10 years is going to be flat to down. Germany is likely to shrink. Japan population likely to shrink, as we will talk about in a moment when we get to the country, has big implications. So the story of Texas is migration and diversification. People think of Texas, they think of energy, and the truth is energy is now a little less than 9% of the state's GDP. Education. We are 25th out of 35 industrialized nations in math, science, and reading. And a lot of us sit there and go, when did that happen? I thought we were better than that. Well, we've been eroding. And we've got a very large skills gap in the United States, which means more than half of all small businesses say they can't find skilled workers. Every one of those jobs that goes unfilled is lower productivity. You go from, it's not that it doesn't grow the workforce, but if you go from this job to a skilled job, you're going to be more productive, we'll have higher. And we have not grown our skills training in this country fast enough to keep up with this trend. So the skill gap, we think, is growing. And with technology, the skills training for most middle skills jobs have gone up a lot. So what we've been saying is we've got to do more to improve math, science, and reading. It's not going to be an overnight fix. It's going to take years. Starts with 0 to 5, pre-K. Too many kids in this country, including Dallas. Our estimate is in the city of Dallas, 1 in 3 kids is growing up in poverty. We're pretty confident if you grow up in poverty, you'll start first grade behind grade level. And if you start behind grade level, you never catch up, and GDP for a generation is lower. And so we think we got to beef up pre-K in the United States, particularly for at-risk kids. This is a structural change, but it doesn't get involved, but we got to call it out. And then skills training is more of a quicker fix. Every high school and junior college in this country, we think best practice today is go out and interview businesses in your community and backward integrate into your curriculum. And not enough, I would argue, not enough education leaders are doing that, but we've got to move faster if we're going to grow productivity. Otherwise, GDP growth is going to, at our base case, it's going to be a little bit lower next year than this year and trail back down to 2%, which we think is potential. If we improve math, science, and reading, if we improve skills training, maybe we can get more productivity growth. And maybe there's a catch-up. We'll have to see. And then the other thing we've said, and while it goes without saying a controversial subject, we do a lot of work on immigration research at the Dallas Fed, and we said it would help if we can find ways to grow the workforce. Now that may be getting people off disability back into the workforce, lots of other things, but
you get that 0.5 number up.
You got it, but we think immigration, we just want to call it out. Half of the workforce growth in the United States over the last 20 years has been immigrants and their children. We think it will be higher in the next 20 years. That surprises people, but immigration is critical to GDP growth, and unless you get retrained, you may make less money.